Oh, okay. So now we come to some vocabulary.
Yes. And the first one is symbolize. It's the verb of the noun symbol, and it stands for represent in the manner of a symbol. Yes. And the next one is fiancé. It means a woman to who is engaged to be married. Yes. And next one. And the next word is perch. It means to sit or near the edge of something, like the two minor birds. And next two verbs are portraitor, is 量角器, and the next is right angle, 直角板. And I feel this word are uncommon, so I want to introduce. And the portraitor is we plotting or measuring angles, and right angles are measured at 90 degrees. And this is our sea map.
Wow, so would you talk about it?
Oh,
So there are 3 paintings in the center, right?
yes.
Oh, no, not 3 paintings in the center. So there are meaning of art. Okay, yes. Wonderful. 绘画的意义, right? There are 2 ways. Go ahead.
The two is symbols and mood, and I separated with 6 paintings. And the first one, the gross clinic, it goes to color, composition, and light. And it's the 3 most important things. And next one, scholar contemplating the moon. I think the atmosphere, serenity and relax, and the connection is important. And the arithmetic composition is abstract, so the mood is depend on the viewer, and it can go many things like yourself think. And about the symbol, the first one is the no-fini wedding, and the meaning is dog, fruit, a candle in the chandelier, and the scene in the circles around the mirror. The 4 materials are the symbols. And minus on a pine tree, the important thing is find 2 minor birds and pine tree. It also have respective meaning. And the last picture, the attribution of the arts. It has many tools of arts. Yes.
Oh, okay. This is very complete, right? You mentioned almost everything that are included in about the 6 paintings. Yeah.
The next one.
Took you a lot of time. So we got 12 questions in the PQ, right?
Okay. This question is the hardest one. As people.
Can you read the question for us?
Which of the following helps convey the dominant mood in the gross clinic?
So what is the dominant mood in the gross clinic, Jia Shen?
The doctor is very scientific.
The doctor stands for, symbolizes, indicates the power of science, right? Okay, so that's the dominant mood. What is the opposite mood, Meng Rui, in the gross clinic? The dominant mood is science. So what's the other one? What's the weaker, the less important? Wenting? So the dominant mood in the gross clinic is science. So then what is the other? The weaker, the less important, okay? The not dominant mood.
The woman.
The woman, what does she stand for?
She stands for emotion.
Right, so the gross clinic, okay, if you want to have a standard answer kind of interpretation for that painting is a painting that portrays the opposition, between science and emotion. Got it? Yuxuan? You got it? Remember that one? Okay? The difference between science and emotion. 有没有同意 ？When you think of that painting, the Gross Clinic， 我们说蓝色是天空，绿色是大地，对不对？好 ，But then in Gross Clinic, okay, they use the man, okay, to represent science, and they use woman to represent emotion. Does that make sense? 魏如 Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Okay, so then, but then which is dominant? That's the key. 魏如 which is dominant? Man or woman?
Man.
Science or emotion?
Science.
Science. Okay, so then if that is clear, then Chili, read the sentence question again.
Which of the following helps convey the dominant mood in the gross
So the
clinic?
dominant mood in the Gross Clinic is science. Okay, 第一个. So does the crying woman on the left help science? Yes or no?
No.
No. That comes clear, right? Then
The strong contrast between light and dark.
it's now being 你被 highlighted, 对不对？所以是正确答案哈。Let's talk about this later. Okay, so what's wrong with C?
The standing position of the physician.
Does this help with the dominant mood of science? Yes or no? 其实也有没有吗？因为那女生是弯着哭啊，坐下来哭的，有没有 ？Does that help? It actually helps, doesn't it? Don't you agree? Okay, what's wrong? 这个
The group of doctors.
The group of doctors 好像也有道理啊。The group of doctor, right? Because in terms of number, right? The woman, how many women that we have in this painting? Only one. But how many doctors? We have the doctor standing. But also beside him, there's a group of doctors, right? So 我们说男生比女生多，有一个英文单词怎么说？ There are more men than women, right? 或者我们可以有另外一个说法啊。So men outnumber， 有没有看过句子 reading 里头有说 men outnumber women in this painting， 对不对？因为你们男生多，女生少，所以很明显的男生是 dominant， 对不对？好，所以 C 和 D 好像也有道理耶。好，也有道理。Would you agree, 美瑜 that the man stands and that number D, there are more men than women. 那 why 正确答案是 B， 为什么 ？You have to figure out， 这是单选题，对不对？在这三个里头，哪一个是最具有 decisive factor？ 来，婉婷。
我用中文说，因为
好，
我想
用中文说。
最主要是医生的理性，可是他有用女生的就是情绪化来继续反衬。可是真正让我们知道重点是医生的是那些就是照在医生身上的光。对，然后女生身上就是暗暗的，所以我觉得应该是 B。虽然我自己会错。
more so, okay, more so than the standing upright, okay, towering figure of the physician, okay, more so than the larger number of doctors, okay. It's really the contrast between light and dark that helps 传达表示。那个英文怎么讲？用这个字哈，加深你念那个大众传播图传的是不是哈 ？That convey 这个动词哈，也是表示communicate right spread， 你要传播这个讯息，对不对 ？That convey our best wishes, okay, for the recovery of the people who suffer from the earthquake. In 台南 that convey 是不是哈 convey the dominant mood. So 你当你选的时候，当然是这个是最对，这个没有错，这个也 OK。可是最对的是这个。Does that help? Does that help? 这一题有多少人错 ？Do you remember?
只有一个人对。
啊，你看，耶，老师很贼哈，耶 ，wonderful，OK， 这个是很重要的，因为课本上你如果回来去听，他说 he does two things, he uses two things, light and composition, okay, to convey the dominant mood in the Gross Clinic. which is what? Which is the power of science. The power of science. OK， 这张画哈 ，OK， 好，我们在上面看。
Okay, next question is how do people usually feel about abstract painting, such as arithmetic composition?
We talked about that, right? Okay, so abstract painting, is that always stable?
No?
No, right? Actually, 伟如刚刚那张画哈 the four black square, it can go forward, it can also go backward. 对没，伟如 Very simple things, okay? So it's not stable, right? Depends on you. Some like, 好，再来呢 is it
Negative?
很负面的
No.
No.
Scientific?
Very scientific? No.
The answer varies.
This is right. It's very subject to, okay? It's subject to the viewer. So abstract painting, there's no direct answer, there's no standard answer to that, right? Okay, now we move on. So 这个比较简单哈。The next one.
What message does the author want to tell the audience in the attributes of the art?
Oh, okay. So
The answer is C. The artist hopes to be rewarded with his hard work.
that seems to be right, right? But then what's wrong with A and B? A is
A is 就是表面上的
yeah doesn't count.
表面上的物件 and the B artist mother and want to define tradition. I think no.
完全无关，对不对？
Yes.
无关怎么讲？
No.
Irrelevant, right?
Irrelevant.
Do you remember 你们背过这个单词？有关的是 relevant， 对不对？好，是不是？有关的是不是 is relevant？ OK？ 那无关呢？无关是 irrelevant， 对不对？你现在要开车子，好 ，OK，irrelevant. So number B is totally irrelevant. Okay, so C is correct. Okay, and then do we have a third?
This is our reflection.
Okay. Now it comes to the reflections. Good.
Mood is my favorite chapter.
Whose
in
favorite? Yours or
Mine.
Owen? Oh,
My
really?
favorite.
That's my least favorite chapter.
Because I don't have to understand the difficult skill the artist use. I don't have to know the background of the painting. All I have to do is just to feel.
Oh, so she's also emotional. Okay, 很重感情的，情感比较注重情感的感觉的一个人哈。So mood, right? So why do you go to this cafe shop? I like the atmosphere. I like the mood. I like the mood. Okay, 好。
However, when it comes to symbols, I have to do a lot of work to get the main point.
That's right.
And I think it's a bit complicated, but it also brings a lot of fun. And I can find out the meaning I have never known before. And maybe it comes from a religious story or a real experience. And what's more, after I realize the meaning, I can teach other people who don't know the meaning. And this made me feel like a professor.
Oh yes, right, yeah. So the other one, symbols, okay, that comes with many standard answers. What does this symbolize? What does this stand for? What does it represent? Right. So that's how Guan Ting thinks of these two lessons. And then.
And this is my reflection. Reading and making these two chapters, I learned deeper meanings of painting which seemed familiar before. Also, I realized live paintings could tell story and show artistic thoughts in a simpler way with sense of beauty. And that was a brand new way to learn art for me.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So you understand more. So a sense of beauty. Yeah. Okay. Wonderful. So this is all. This is all. Oh, wonderful. So tell me, okay. The symbols. Okay. So tell me the symbols. Do you have a photo? Do you have a slide of Arnold weddings? Arnold Finney's wedding. Can you turn to the painting? Arnold Finney's wedding. Let's see how many symbols that you remember that you have learned from the lessons. Okay. So tell me what are the symbols? Okay, that the Feng Wen actually mentioned. What is the color? 头纱怎么说 The bride's veil. Remember, 掀起了你的盖头来 the veil, right? So what does the color white in the veil symbolize? Purity, lovely, okay. So what does the candle on the 水晶吊灯英文怎么说 ？Chandelier. What does the candle on the chandelier stand for? 雅恩 The candle gives you light, and light symbolizes light. 无所不在的上帝怎么讲？课本上怎么说的？ The all-seeing eye of God, remember? But that's one way to say it, okay? The everywhere of God. Okay, but then what's really important is, okay, the candle on the chandelier symbolizes the all-seeing eye of God. 是不是哈？ And what else? Okay, there's a mirror. Remember that this is a mirror. So can anyone tell me, Weiru, what does the mirror stand for? 好，象征有好几个动词 is symbol, symbolizes. What does the mirror stand for? What does the mirror stand for? Oh my God. There are so many other symbols, okay? So what does the dog? This is easy, right? This is easy. So Jiashen, what does the dogs represent? Loyalty, right? That dogs are human best friends, right? So then, what does the apple? There's an apple. Okay, do you see them? What does apples stand for? Huh? What the fertility? What is fertility in Chinese? 多子多孙 right? In Chinese we say 多子多孙。生小孩啊，赶快这个什么 ？So 英文就是一个单词哈 ，fertility， 土壤很肥沃，英文怎么说 ？fertile， 记不记得你们高中背过这个英文单词 ？F 开头的 fertile， or some people say fertile， 的名词 become fertility， 所以多子多孙，繁衍万代。It means in English we say fertility。这个字哈 ，fertility， 学数学的学，化学的，应该都会需要用到这个字吧？好 ，fertility。Anything else？ Yeah， 这边有一张床，对不对？好 ，in the back there's is a bed. So what does the bed symbolize? That's easy. Ray. Love, but also, okay, it means marriage, right? 送入洞房 right? 送入洞房 When you goes into the 洞房 the dominant furniture is the bed. The bed is what? Is marriage, right? Okay, anything else that we're missing? Yeah, they also mentioned, they apparently, okay, Fengwen and Guan Ting have done lots of homework. They also mentioned, also that's we think we should have a break, okay? 男主外女主内哈 So I guess these are the symbols that are so important for this painting. I guess we're done here, okay? So this one really important. 好，我们在这边休息一下哈。这张画I have more to say about this painting, but before anything, let's have our break.